We're going to start the third week of the live classes. I don't know how many more weeks we're going to have to keep doing this, but I don't going to fail. I'll be here to try to give some techniques for you guys and answer some questions. So today the plan, we're going to start to work some stuff a little bit on the mount position. So it's a position many people don't have confidence, you know, they get to the mount position, they lose it right away. So we're going to learn some escape, some stabilization in the mount position. So, and I hope you guys enjoy. And if you guys have some questions, you guys can send it. I hope we have time to show the answers for everybody. And that's it. So we're going to bring Zeke here, my son, to help. We're going to lay down. Take my head over there, please.
Can you guys come away from the wall a little bit more, please?
A little bit more. Jake. For the guys that come for the first time, because I talked about this before, okay? To have a good stabilization when you take the mount position, you shouldn't sit on the belly of the opponent, you know? So try to move it back and pinch his hips with your knees. So I'm squeezing here like I ride a wild horse here, right? And my butt's touching his legs. So if the person on the bottom try to bridge, doesn't gonna affect me, right? He can barely bridge from this position. Try to lift your hip, see? So I have no power here because I'm dropping all the weight here, right? But how I said before, now I'm a little bit far away from him to attack. And I know the guy gonna try to do other escape, not only the bridge, he's gonna try to turn it to his side, do elbow escape, or hold my belt and try to push. So what I'm gonna do here, to stabilize better, I'm gonna put my hands on the floor. How I said before, it's very important when you put your hands, do not keep your arm straight, okay? Because he can punch your arm and cross and dominate your arm to get out. So when you go down, right, flex your arms like you do a push-up and try to put the weight on his face. So that's the position I'm gonna come here, right? And now to control him, to stop the guy to keep moving, I'm gonna put one arm under the head and one arm under the arm. See? Hold it, hug, and if I need, I put the hooks right here. If you guys can see here, if you try to move here, it's totally under control now, right? Now I can calm him down and decide what kind of submission I'm going to apply in this position. So one more time. Just for you guys see here, right? When I put my hands on the ground, if I keep my arm straight, look what's going to happen. You're going to do a little push on my elbow here, you see, and cross my arm, right? So the other side, yeah, see, I have no power. But if I go flex my arm and put the weight, so try to push my arm now. You cannot move my arm, right? So it doesn't matter how strong the person gonna be. So it's very important. Put pressure on the guy, flex your arm, don't let it cross, okay? So the next one I'm gonna do now, after I do the control, so I'm gonna go for the first submission, okay? So again, I'm gonna go down under the head, control the arm, right here, control him, okay? So the first attack I'm gonna do, this hand here, I'm gonna control his elbow and pin the elbow on the ground, right? So now look, if you try to move the arm here, I'm very strong here and control very easy. Now, I swing my elbow over the head, come here to the arm, hold my wrist, and put my body over the face. See? Very hard for him to defend. So one more time. Those techniques are very basic, but is what happen, what work in a real fight. If you're gonna try things too fancy, it's not easy to get, especially if you guys have the same level of skills, right? So this is techniques solid that's gonna work. So I go down, under the head, boom, under the arm, control. Hold the elbow, hold the wrist, swing my arm over, weight over the head, and the lock is on. We're gonna go to another situation now. From the mount position now, let's go suppose I wanna do the choke. Usually the guys are gonna let me go deep in the collar, right? So what I like to do, I hold the collar one side, right? Put the opposite side, my foot on the ground, and lift him from the ground. Okay? So this side here, he cannot do much because he don't have space. But this side is like a bait I put for him. Some people try to put the arm under my leg. And if they do that, I come back my knee to the ground right away. It's easier for me to attack now because he lost one arm to defend. So now I go deep inside the collar, touch my wrist on the neck, and it's very hard for him to defend. These are the hands now. I go under, 4 fingers inside of the collar, curl my wrist. When I move forward here, the choke comes right away. Okay? So one more time. I'm gonna go to the mat, control the collar. So it doesn't matter if the guy is defending the neck here, right? So he cannot avoid. I hold his collar right here, right? So I control. Now I'm gonna lift him up with my foot on the ground, right? Even if he keep defending the neck here, right? I still gonna be able to do other attacks. I can step over the shoulder to go for the triangle choke, right? Or I can hold the wrist here because I have way more leverage than him to break his grip here on the collar. So I can pull, right? So now the space is open. I can go to the collar, even with his hand there. If I slide here, see? I can choke him with his own hand if he don't take it off, right? So this position, I'm very strong here to fight to the grip. So go again. Defend the neck. So I hold, foot on the ground, lift him up, slide it through. Can break it here first, slide it through. See? Now look, when I put this hand here, I'm holding the collar, I can punch this one down here also, right? To control his arm. Now I make it hard again for him to try to defend. This arm here, he cannot use it because I'm blocking the other side, right? Now I come back, my knee to the ground. If I put all my weight and force my elbow to his shoulder, the choke comes right away. I don't even need to put my second hand. So just for you guys understand, the deepness of the first hand until you touch your wrist on the neck is very important, right? Because when you have this good grip, the guy is gonna be in trouble already to against the choke. So now we're gonna, I'm gonna go one more here from the mount. Do the basic arm lock here, right? So every time if I go to pull the arm of the guy, he know what I want, he's gonna fight with me, right? I'm gonna distract him here. I'm gonna hold the collar one side, and my other hand, I'm gonna make him look to the collar that I'm holding here, right? So I pull, push, and my knee now slide forward and lift my foot to the ground. Look, this position here. The arm is right there for me already, okay? But now, what's going on here? He don't know if I want the arm or if I want the neck. Because, take a look, the control of the collar here, I can slide my thumb deep inside the collar and work the choke. Even if I pull the collar here super tight, if I drop my weight, look, you're gonna tap, right? Or if I control, now I can catch the arm and drag. Control the other arm, cross. When I fall back now, right? Oh, arm locks right there. I can also scramble my leg to control, so easy to get it work. So those are two basic attacks we can do from the mount position, right? So we did the side arm lock, the choke, and the straight arm lock. Now let's go see some position for you when the guy mounts you. So let's go suppose he did the same what I did. You're gonna go back, squeeze the legs, and see my bridge here, you guys can see, he's way lighter than me. Every time I bridge, if he incline his body back, look, see, I cannot take him out of the mount position here, right? So what I have to do here to be strong and get out. I'm going to show some variations here that I like to do. First, if I'm going to use we call the elbow escape, I'm going to turn my body to the side, right? I stretch the leg to the ground and turn to the same side right here and block the hip. See? He's far away from me. I don't going to let him move forward because I needed to create this space. My other hand now, go in front of the knee. I'm going to shrimp and my leg come out. Control the collar and put the other hook. When I have the control here, I can push him back, push my legs out, put him back in the guard. So it's very simple. One more time. So he mounts. I'm going to stretch one leg to the ground, block the hip, you don't move it forward, and the other hand I block the knee. Now my foot on the ground, I'm going to shrink, take my leg, hold the collar, with the other hook, control the sleeve, push him back, and close my guard. Okay? Number 2 now. He's going to mount and I want to control his arm. But sometimes the guy don't give the arm for you. I go catch the arm, he pull back. Right? You're going to catch, take it off. Take it off. Don't let him get. So I have to make him bring the arm to me. How am I going to do that? I'm going to put my fingers inside of the belt here, you can see. I go like eagle grip, right? So I go right here, hold it, right? So now, when I breach, I'm gonna pull him. Even if he squeezes the legs, gets very strong here, what's gonna happen? When I drag him this way, or he's gonna put his hands on the floor, or he's gonna hit his nose on the floor. So, of course, everybody gonna put the hands on the ground. So I'm gonna breach, pull. So look, he put the hand on the ground. Now I let go one hand, hold it behind the elbow, and I drag right here to control the arm. Right? So, what the guy wanna do here? You wanna try to make posture again to pull his arm, right? Or if I'm strong here in this position, they know I'm gonna bridge this way, they put this hand in the other side here. And take a look. If I go here, no, put your hand here, head as high as you can. Look, if I bridge here, look, I don't take him away, right? So one simple move you can do here, just move your head backwards to the other side. I'm gonna throw him to my left. I'm gonna move my head to the right. So a little movement here now. When I breach his hand here, look, he cannot defend anymore. Right?
I'm just gonna get this from this side.
This is one trick. So again, you're gonna hold the belt, breach, pull him, catch the arm, cross, right here. You're gonna bridge, put the hand on the ground. So when I bridge here, look, I can get out. If I move my head back now, look, little touch, he likes the position. So I take my head out of the way, make it easy to bridge and get out from the position. Another one I like to do, another variation, when I go here to the belt, pull, catch his arm, cross. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hold the collar, 4 fingers come inside the collar, and I'm gonna drag his head to the ground. Now, even if you put the other hand to try to bridge, he's very weak here, see? Because I put his center of gravity low, so you're gonna lose the balance very easy. I bridge here, look, again, come to the top, very easy. So those two little details for the bridge gonna help you a lot.
Can you do that one
Escape.
one more time? I didn't catch the collar.
So, eagle grip on the belt. 1, bridge, throw, catch the arm, cross. 4 fingers inside the collar, pull the head to the ground. When you bridge, by the way, you're in a safe position, right? So just a little next step now. When I get here to the top in this position, I'm gonna stop his elbow with my chest, put this arm under the head, and hold the wrist. See? Right here, for example, if I hold his collar, I put my knuckles on the neck, and I choke him right here, right? So he cannot use the other hand, even if he try to control my arm here, right? So when I drive it forward, I can sprawl, drive it, you're gonna tap. In case the guy is super strong, hold my arm. I can do it, you know, he's heavier than me, stronger than me. Look, I'm holding the wrist. I'm gonna bend, put the back of his hand on the ground, drag it. When I throw the weight, I grab the wrist lock. So it's another option you have in this position. So those are some little basic techniques we use from the mount position, right? Now, I don't know if you have any questions, or I can keep going.
Yeah, we have one.
There's a question from Cassandra Corey. She's asking if you can discuss the concepts for defending leg locks.
Leg locks. Let's go. Sit down. Sit down. Be close. So take a look here. You're gonna wrap my ankle, right? So this just for people understand. The name of the technique is ankle lock. Many people, when they wrap my leg, they wrap around my calf. So come higher. You see? If you squeeze here, it's 90, right? So calf lock doesn't work this way, right? So he have to wrap exactly around the ankle, right there, right? So now take a look. The number one basic defense here is he's controlling my foot. He can even use his hand here to try to fight me here, right? But I have two hands against one. So it's gonna be easy for me. Go and reach his collar, right here. When I control the collar, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna stretch my leg and he's not holding my ankle anymore. So I make my leg slide, right? Even if he brings his elbow back, right? What's gonna happen? If you move the elbow back, you're gonna start to lose the balance. So I'm gonna lift my hip here and go to the mount. He cannot do the ankle lock anymore, right? So this is the first basic concept to defend the ankle lock. So I'm gonna do one more time. You're gonna wrap my ankle very tight, hold his collar. So look, I can move here, right? But when I go to the collar, right, and drag him to me, look at my collar. The same movement if I'm gonna wear boots. So when I stretch my leg, look, relax. So now, keep my hand on the ground, lift my hip, come to the mount. So you don't have any more, right? Now let's go see number two. You're gonna put his foot on my hip, move a little bit back, wrap my ankle, and hold your collar. Situation number two. The guy is taller than me, and he put the foot on my hip. So look, I can't reach the collar, right? So the second important concept here to avoid the ankle lock in this situation is I don't give space. Look at the distance of my butt to his butt here. Have a big gap here, right? So what I'm gonna do, if I cannot reach the collar, I have to move my body closer to his body, right? So how am I gonna do that? I'm gonna hold his pants or the sleeve, whatever I can hold. The pants is better because if the guy put the foot on the hip to stop here, you can rip it off, right? I take it off and I'm gonna slide my butt close to him. See, he's still heavy here, but look, he likes the angle for the leverage to do the ankle lock. So try to do the ankle lock here. See, he cannot do it, right? So now, again, I'm closer to him. I can go back to the collar and do the same move. Just lift my hip and come to the top. I'm safe. So the two basic concepts to defend the ankle lock are wear the boots, number one, holding the collar, or if you don't have a chance, control the pants, push the leg out of the way, and move your hip close to his hip. After that, control the collar, again, you go to the top. So I hope that was what you would like to hear. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think she was talking about leg locks.
How to do it.
Yeah. the concept of leg locks.
Okay, so I showed the defense. Now I'm gonna switch. You're gonna give me the foot. Okay. So take a look here. I know when I'm gonna attack the ankle lock here, how he can defend. Stretching the leg, holding my collar, or moving the body close to me, right? So take a look here. We have to be smart when we do the techniques, because it's a waste of time if you try to do a technique and you give the opportunity to the opponent to defend, right? Gonna try 1, 2, 3, and sometimes you get frustrated, you know? So go to the right spot. It's like you have the GPS in your car, right? So they give you the address, boom, you're gonna be right there, right? So the address now is the ankle. So how am I gonna do this, right? So let's go suppose I like to do the ankle locks, right? I'm gonna show the details here. Number one, I control the knee, right? Because this helped me to control the distance. And I cross the knee to the other side, put my wrist right there on the Achilles tendon. I don't slide my arm all the way through like I see people do it. If you put the bone right here, gonna be more painful for the person. But before I do any grip, I'm gonna lift his foot until touch my armpit, right here. When touch my armpit, I'm gonna lock my elbow and hold my collar. You see? If I fall now and bring his knee, so take a look. Right? My leg behind the butt. He cannot bring the butt close to me, and he cannot hold my collar. So a little touch, the tap. Right? But what happened? Just to let you guys know, I started to do jiu-jitsu in the 70s. I participated in the first official jiu-jitsu tournament in the planet in 1973. And at that time, people used to make fun about ankle locks in tournaments, right? Saying that it's suburban guys only do the techniques. So in Brazil, people make fun about everything. And what happened? These federations, because in 73 only had the Rio de Janeiro Federation, right? We didn't even have the Brazilian Federation yet. When the Brazilian Confederation came, it started to change the rules, the point system, what you can do, what you cannot do, so change a lot, right? And anyway, in the new rules now, if you hold the foot to attack, right, you cannot fall to the opposite side now. Why? Because they don't want you to do ankle lock. So if I hold his ankle, right here, if he come close to me, look, I have a limit to arch my body back to do the lock, right? But look now, if I turn it to my side here, right, I have a space to arch my body back, right? So look how I can arch my body back. If I lay down on the ground here, I can't arch my body back. The floor is going to stop me, right? So anyway, for the new set of rules now, right, you have the obligation to fall to the same side of the leg, right? I'm not here to contest or explain rules. I'm just saying what it is right now. So let's go suppose I did the grip here, right? Two important things here I like to do. First, I put the sole of his foot, right? The heel touching my ribs here. Why? Because he cannot stretch the leg. His foot don't go through my body. If he's on the side here, he stretch, I lace the ankle and on the calf, right here, right? So when you block right here, the guy cannot do it. Now, if I fall this way here, what's gonna happen? He can roll, and he gets strong, he can kick me to the other leg, right? To get out. So what I like to do, kick a leg out. I put my opposite foot here, sit on the ground, behind the leg, right? So look, again, if you try to reach me here, he can do it. He can stay like that. Look, now I hold the other pants to avoid his spin around, and I can fall to the side they want, and look, he cannot come close to me, and he cannot bring his butt close to me.
Sorry, I'm over here. Can you do it one more time from this angle?
So, if you can stay here, right? So, heel, touch your chest, your ribs, whatever, right? Wrist right there, and make the grip. Now, my leg rests behind his leg. I like to control the other leg to avoid the guy escape. When I start to fall to the side, look, it's going to angle a little bit. He step already. I'm very strong here in this position. Those are little details that if you practice to get familiar, gonna help you when you attack the foot, you don't lose. After the neck, ankles are my favorite attacks. I like the extremity of the body, on neck, on ankle. And even in Brazil, my nickname was foot disease. Some people know, but some people don't know, because I attack a lot of ankle locks too. And ready for the next.
Cassandra said amazing, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other question? Not? Okay. So let's go back to the mount position. So, we're gonna go to another technique now. Opponent on the bottom, very strong, cross the grip on the collar, give me hard time here to attack. Okay? I'm gonna show one of the options here I have, right? So he go to this position, I hold the elbow on the top, right here, with the other side, my foot on the ground. 2. Lift him a little bit, keep the grip tight, right? And I create a little space here to go through, see? And I can hold his shoulder, right? So look, I lift him from the ground. I have a good control. This foot on the ground here, create a frame here that when I put my arm, I not use any strength. If my knee was on the ground, if I pull him, I have to use a lot of strength here, right? I'm gonna get tired, so I have to save my energy in the fight, right? So that's the reason. I put my foot, when I drag, see, my elbows rest on my leg, so I spend 0 energy here, right? And he's still very tight. Now I'm gonna start, hold his shoulder, start to sit him on the ground. See? After I sit him on the ground, I'm gonna step my foot between his legs, right? And start to go to his back, right here. I only have one hook, but it's fine. Look, my body is right behind his back, so he cannot go back if you want to lay down on the ground, and he cannot go forward because I'm putting pressure here with my weight, right? So now look what I'm going to do. I'm gonna slide my thumb inside the collar, make the grip. See? Even if the guy was defending, but when I start to do this move here, I make him very uncomfortable. He wanna let go his grips to posture himself here, don't get the pressure, right? So when I get here now, I just go circle my hand around, and the choke is right there. See? So, thumb inside the collar, make the grip tight, right above the shoulder. Don't put your hand too deep down because your choke is going to be totally loose, right? So the grip, knuckles on the top of the shoulder. Control right here. Now, I'm going to put the pressure, swing my arm over, and the choke is right there. If you try to defend, you can do it. I can hold the defense now, control him, chokes right away, right? So this is another option when you guys go to the mount. Maybe it's not for beginners, it's a little bit advanced in the movie, but let's go do it again. So suppose he's stuck guy, short guy, super strong, no neck, give nothing to me here to go, right? So hard to break the grip. I'm just using weight of my body, saving my energy here. I'm gonna block the elbow, 1, foot on the ground, 2, start to push. I create the space, hold his shoulder, right here, right? So now I'm gonna lift him up with both hands and post my elbow on my leg. I'm very strong and safe, right? This hand now, hold the other shoulder, sit him on the ground, step my foot between the legs and drag him in front of me and go to his back, start to put the pressure. See what happened? He let go the grip. Thumb coming behind the neck, inside the collar, and slide until when I make the grip, I put my knuckles on the top of the shoulder. Now I'm gonna swing the arm over, right here, and the choke is right there. If the guy is too strong, look what he can do. With his free hand, his left hand, he can hold his collar under my hands. Yeah, hold your collar. No, the other collar. Yeah, and rip it off. Look, I lost my grip, right? So no problem. What I'm gonna do, I push the head down. Look, the arm is right there for me. So I control here, right? Close my foot, sit back, and grab the arm lock. See? Even it's good if you have a chance, right? Keep the thumb up, pinch your legs. Look, this foot here between the legs, when I pinch here, stop him to try to walk around to escape. So I just do a little stretch here, the arm lock is on. So, if you switch your position and lift the guy and go behind the back, you get very strong to get one easy submission, right? Or the choke, or the arm lock.
We have a very good question here coming from Instagram from Christopher Hendry. He's asking if you can give some suggestions for those training from their gyms at home with the pandemic. If you can suggest any drills to do at home.
Well, I don't know if the guy have a dummy at the house or a wife or a son or whatever, right? So, but if you don't have a night, it's easy to practice something. right? What I recommend to my students here, because this is something very important in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, is to learn how to shrink properly, you know. So you move your hip on the ground is one of the three, in my opinion, most important things you need to know to perform well when you fight, right? So your hip loose. Some people look like they have a super bonder on the butt, they can't move. Put somebody glue the guy or put some nails, you know. So your hip loose is everything, because only when you move, you're going to create the space that you need and create the leverage that you need. So my advice, good exercise, is to do the hip movement on the ground. The second one, somebody asked me last week, is about your grip. It's something very important, right? So if you have a condition to put your bar on your door, throw your gi over, hold, right, the collar, and hang yourself there. So you develop a grip, you're going to be very strong. And the number three important thing in the fight is your base and your posture, right? If you have someone in your house, you can throw on your back and do the squats, legs strong, very important too, right? And you also should do some flexibility moves, right? Because when you're not flexible, somebody put pressure on you, you feel very uncomfortable. But if you're very flexible, they can put your knee beside your ear here, you laugh. You don't want to feel too much, right? So the flexibility help you spend less energy in the fight. So this is my advice for you guys. So the grip, the hip movement, the squats, and flexibility.
And watch the lives.
And watch the lives. Okay, so guys, thank you very much. Tomorrow we'll be back at the same time. So I hope you guys have more questions tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you, Zeke. Thank you, Dana, Gabi, Thiago, Daniel. See you guys tomorrow. Bye. Thank you, Sam.